Jesus, if I'm dead, why am I here? The story says a man lived, a man died, and a man left the world 2,000 years ago. But something about the name Jesus refuses to behave like history. History fades like footprints in wet sand, yet this presence keeps washing back in like the tide that never forgets the shore. Some feel comfort when they hear the name, some feel resistance, some feel threatened, but almost nobody feels neutral. Because people are not reacting to a corpse from the past, they are reacting to a light that refuses to stay buried under the soil of time. And that light behaves the way truth always behaves, like the sun behind clouds, hidden for a moment, but never actually gone. Which is why the crucifixion has always been misunderstood. The world thought it proved the body could die, but the deeper message was that the body could disappear, and the truth would still stand there like a lighthouse after the storm. Bodies belong to time, but truth belongs to eternity. Truth does not decay, it does not retire, and it certainly does not stay in a grave. That is why the question quietly turns toward the mind that hears it. If truth cannot die, what exactly is it that people believe they are protecting when they defend a body from 2,000 years ago? A body is a costume worn by time, and time eventually takes the costume back. But what the costume points to cannot be folded up and stored away like yesterday's clothes. There is a story that makes this point beautifully. When Helen Schucman was receiving what became A Course in Miracles, she tried more than once to get rid of the manuscript. She left the notes in taxis in New York, hoping they would disappear into the city's endless current of forgotten things. She left pages on trains, as if the steel rails might carry the message far enough away that she would never see it again. But every time she tried to lose it, the pages came back. A cab driver returned them. A stranger handed them back. The message kept finding its way home like a letter that refused the wrong address. It was as if the truth itself had placed a forwarding order on the universe. Because you cannot refuse a message whose time has come. You cannot bury the sunrise by throwing dirt at the horizon. You cannot hide the ocean by cupping your hands over a wave. And you cannot silence a truth that was never produced by a body in the first place. That is why the name still moves through the world. Not like an old photograph from the past, but like a signal still broadcasting across the airwaves of the mind. A signal that keeps interrupting the static of fear and identity and roles. A signal that quietly asks the same question again and again. If the body died, why did the message remain? And if the message remains, what was it really pointing to all along? Because once that question enters the mind, it does not behave like information. It behaves like light entering a dark room. You can close your eyes, but the room has already changed. Which is why Day 7 brings the question that refuses to go away. If he's dead, why is he still here?